everybody now, in hindsight, everybody wants to criticize the lax lending standards, the lack of a down payment. Everybody knows all these things that we did wrong, right? That we had too many people buying houses and credit was too cheap. So everybody can agree that we need to go back to a prudent form of lending. But nobody wants to go back to prudent pricing. Everybody wants to go back to sound lending principles, but leave the bubble prices intact. That's impossible. How can we? Nobody can afford to pay these high home prices without these gimmicks. But the reality is, of course, the best thing that can happen to the real estate market is that prices come down. It used to be that the mission of Freddie Fannie before, they went broke was to try to make home ownership affordable. Now their mission is to keep home prices high, to keep homes unaffordable, to make sure that we have to mortgage ourselves, to the hilt to buy a house. The government solution is high prices but low mortgage payments subsidized by the government. The free market solution is low prices. Because if real estate prices go down, you don't need to borrow that much money to buy a house. So it doesn't matter that your mortgage payment is a little higher. But, the government still looks at the problem that home prices are falling. That's the solution. The problem is that they went up.
That's the same approach to education. I mean, why is education so expensive? Why is it that my father went to college based on working as a waiter over the summer, and he graduated without any debt, and he paid for it all by himself? Can anybody get a job as a waiter over the summer and fully fund a college degree anymore? No. Is college so much better than it was in the 1950s? No, it's probably worse. But the only thing is the government is so involved in education and has funneled so much money into it and has guaranteed loans so that anybody who wants to borrow money to go to college can borrow it with a government guarantee. Therefore, there are no free market disciplines on universities to keep prices down. In fact, there's every incentive to raise prices every year because they know the students are going to be able to borrow the money to pay the prices. And so now we have college education costs a fortune, but we can all go because we can get into debt. If the government only stopped subsidizing student lending and totally pulled out, it wouldn't be like Americans couldn't go to school anymore. We'd all still go to college. It's just that college would be less expensive because the universities would be forced to cut tuitions and to accommodate and to economize. Now, it's true, probably fewer people would go to college because a lot of people are going to college because they don't know what to do. They're just wasting their time. They're drinking beer and partying for 4 years because it's free or because they can get a government loan. But you know what? What's the point? They're getting a degree in nothing, and they're not trained for anything. They'd be better off skipping college and going to work.